Welcome back everyone to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is our Eldritch horror game playthrough. It's turn 15. Our elder one is Yog-Sothoth. Quick recap from last turn. Private Eye Joe Diamond in Arkham, detained. He had a run-in with the law, but not so worse for wear and tear. Couple of new madness conditions for Rita and Safina, a terror condition and a despair condition. They both have to do with not recovering sanity during a rest phase. So those are the case because he's detained, stuck there. So what we'll do is have Rita go after this Migo, and we'll have Safina go to San Francisco and try to improve another one of her traits. And Joe is detained, so it is what it is. Okay, notice that we're down to the wire here. Okay, so let's have Rita go first on her encounter phase. She does have a binding spell, so if she's able to cast this binding spell, she can reduce the monster's damage by 1 to 1. So let's just see if she can pass that. So she has to resolve a lore. She does resolve the lore test, so she resolves. If you pass, she can reduce the monster's damage to 1 during the encounter, and then she flips this card. So we have to resolve another effect. So in a 0 to 1 something, and okay, so she gets a 3. Your arcane energies force the target to the ground. Defeat that monster if your test result is greater than its toughness. Then flip the card. Okay, so let's the test result is greater than its... Yeah, so she's actually defeated this monster using this binding spell. So she's cast a binding spell, defeated this monster. She has also successfully passed the test. So she can put this in one spell to a clue and a spell, and she will close this third mystery by the end of the turn. Let us just resolve Safina's turn in San Francisco. It resolved the Mythos phase, and then maybe we are winning here. So it's looking good for us, the investigators, to win. So Safina's in San Francisco. While patrolling in Chinatown, you become adept at spotting signs of cult activities. Improve her observation. So she's improving observation. Again, so now she has a 5 Safina has a 5 observation. You find the cultist temple, but you must dispel a hex on the door to enter. So she's going to roll lore, and she dispels it. She does not fail, so she gains that improvement per the card and per San Francisco. So great, that is a good move. And he is detained. He's no longer detained by the end of the turn. Let's do the last Mythos, because this is at the end of the Mythos phase, right? So the Mythos phase here is strange sightings. Pulling the curtain back slightly, you see the same suspicious man watching your hotel. You're going to have to sneak out the back exit and try to lose him again. Okay, so first of all, there is an advancement of this token onto the green space. Now, that advancement of this token has us launch Frozen Rails. The passengers complain about delays up to the silent despair. It is clear now the track will not be cleared before the night's frost. Each investigator on a space containing a train path loses 2 health and becomes delayed. Return all train tickets back to the game box. Okay, so no one has any train tickets. They both lose 2 health. Train only. Train. Okay, connected to a train. So 2 health and 2 health. Should put this back. So they are quite injured by this. This is from Cities in Ruins, so that was kind of a cool effect there. Next is a Monster Surge. So the Monster Surge on each gate corresponding to the omen. None of the gates correspond to the omen, I don't think. No. Oh, actually, we moved to Doom. So one of the gates does correspond to the omen, and now there are 5 monsters here. Okay, we are at Doomsday. So although we have this, we do have to turn over the Yog-Sothoth card. So we are like so close to winning. The final mystery. The ancient horror tears apart the walls. Oh, so let me just resolve this. There's some clues that get spawned. So we'll spawn a few clues here. And then investigators cannot perform rest actions because of this. So this is an ongoing, so we'll leave this card out. Investigators cannot perform rest actions. And we have a new mystery on 8 and on. Enchanted Wood is in the Dreamlands on 1. Oh, so there's a mystery right here with Rita. Okay. Okay, so it says the key and the gate. Final mystery. The ancient horror tears apart the walls between worlds, pouring itself through the cracks in reality. If 3 mysteries have been solved, which they have, as an encounter, an investigator on a space containing a gate may encounter Yog-Sothoth by resolving the key in the gate encounter. Okay, so we can spawn Yog-Sothoth onto Yog-Sothoth onto a gate. So let us spawn Yog-Sothoth onto a gate, and take him from here. For now, I'm just going to have Yog-Sothoth use a figure to hold Yog-Sothoth's place. And I'm going to do a painting of Cthulhu Death May Die, but I'm going to use this Cthulhu Death May Die miniature, which I'm going to do a live paint for. But let's just have him spawn. It says on a space containing a gate. Well, we can make this space containing the gate. So Yog-Sothoth spawns in Tokyo, like a giant kaiju there. And we can resolve this gate, key in the gate encounter. Okay, so the key in the gate encounter says you can sense Yog-Sothoth in your thoughts, trying to consume your identity by filling your memories with ultimate knowledge. You struggle against the swirling energy that drags you forward into the gate. Okay, so I think that would be Rita would be confronting Yog-Sothoth at the gate. And she has to roll a strength -1. And her strength is also enhanced by her blunderbuss, and that gives her an extra 2. But that's for combat, so this is just a strength test. So she will just roll the basic of 3. And she gets a 6. So rather than being consumed by knowledge, you repeat a chant that can allegedly purge a mind of all memories. So she has to roll a lore check for 3. If you pass, you may gain an amnesia condition to place 1 Eldritch token on the ancient sheet, okay, which she shall do. She will place an Eldritch token on the sheet. Okay, she places that. So she basically has this encounter with Yog-Sothoth. He's coming through to her thoughts, and she uses her strength basically to prevent herself from like swirling into his energy. You can see this disgusting thing that he is. So Rita Young has encountered him, and she has stayed off that. So I believe that is the end of the Mythos phase. That is everything. Investigators cannot win, but the final card says, when there are Eldritch tokens on the sheet equal to half the investigators, the final mystery is solved. Investigators win the game with the Yog-Sothoth encounter. So this is where we can just show you we can show you this Forgotten Endings cards. So right, the game would normally end here. Okay, the Yog-Sothoth comes, the investigators win, game over. But what's nice about these final endings card is now we have a special card here. It's called the Unique Victory. The investigators win the game, and Yog-Sothoth is encountered. So this is our card to play for that. So let's read this is the final tale of Yog-Sothoth. So the Dreamcatcher Alliance. The cosmic horror will hardly want to destroy the world that feeds him. You make a dream catcher, and with one decision you get rid of 2 evils at once: magicians, wishes, sorcerers, cultists, and Yog-Sothoth. You send urgent telegrams all over the world to sorcerers of all different nationalities and countries. Each of them has unique knowledge and abilities, but you have no idea whether your alliance will be able to fight back Yog-Sothoth himself. Suddenly, the gate opened, and a pile of tentacles and glittering spheres falls from above into the ancient ruins. They reach out and grab several of your allies, tearing them in half. But the chants of the powerful spells echoing telepathically in your head don't stop. Rainbow balls begin to burst, and the tentacles wiggle violently as if they were struck by an electric current. The vile heap of transcendental flesh cannot withstand the power of the ancient curse that disappears, and it disappears back into the portal from whence it came. You've won this time. So this is a kind of a great, I love this flavoring text. Like, this is awesome. So even in our final key in the gate, Rita encounters Yog-Sothoth mostly through her thoughts. She can feel him coming through. But in this final card, the sorcerers of the world and the dream catcher sort of pull him back away from the world, and he is taken out of the game. So that's it. That is the end of the game. The investigators have won in 15 turns. It was very close. I believe if we were not able to cast that last spell, it would have been worse for them. I just want to share one of these final Mythos cards, which are, like an alternative ending. For example, like this one. So, like, say we had gotten through all the Mythos, we could play this final end like as an alternate ending, right? And it says, at the end of all things, you look up at the heavens, and the sky cracks open and the stars fall. Horror beyond human imagination vomits from the fissure, consuming reality itself. In the last moments before madness claims you, you realize that time has run out, not just for yourself, but for all of mankind. Event. End the Mythos phase. If the investigators have not won, the investigators lose the game. So this is kind of a cool final mythos. There's some of them that are actually even cooler, where they say, continue to lose strength, advance the doom clock by doom, and replace this card on the top of the deck until everyone's dead. So it's just kind of like an endless loop that falls deeper. So that's a little bit the way that those mods work at the ending of the game. They're pretty fun. This was a walkthrough of Yog-Sothoth. Tell me what you thought of the playthrough. I'm going to probably do some more of these. I will move on to Cthulhu Wars as my next one, but there'll be a season 2 of Eldritch Horror for sure. Quite enjoy playing the solo games here. I'll do a next. I will do a next old one and a different set of characters for the next playthrough as well. So look forward to that, and like and subscribe. Check out the links below, and I'll see you soon on the other videos. Thanks for joining. Bye bye.